Hello, I'm Nanotopia, and I'm here today to share with you how to join us in Resonite for a Symbiosis Dysbiosis experience. First thing you need to do is have Steam downloaded. You need to then download Resonite and open a Resonite user account. If you're wearing a Quest headset,
Right to jail.
I'm making this video to share with primarily Quest users. Once you're in Resonate, some of the steps you need to follow to have a great experience in Symbiosis Dysbiosis. Something that we have experienced with MetaQuest users is often they have audio issues. They either can't hear us, or when they're speaking, we do not hear them. So you want to make sure on your PC, on your laptop or desktop, that the audio is pointing to your HMD. So I am using index controllers. So to open my dash menu, I press the A button on my right hand. This will open and close that. So the first thing, generally when you log into Resonite, dash menu is usually open, and that can be a bit confusing, but it's all good. They just want to make sure you are set up and ready to roll. So in Home, which is generally where it opens to, you'll notice these vertical button selections as well. You want to come over to the right side and you'll see here seated mode. This is generally set like that. So you're totally in the ground. This is purple. Click on that and it will raise your avatar up if you're seated. Sometimes you have to toggle that on and off to get your avatar at the correct level where your feet are on the ground and stuff like that. I can see my weird feet are on the ground here. Yeah. Okay, so and then over here up in the upper left, and this, no matter where you are in the dash menu in any of these bottom button selections, you will see these microphones over here. And so the red is muted. This pink one will create a whisper bubble around you, so it will muffle voices outside of that. And if you're talking to a friend, like if they've entered your whisper bubble, you can have them also turn on a whisper bubble, and then you won't hear anything and no one will hear you talking to each other. General microphone setting is the one that I have on right now. You can see this bar moving when I speak. That's good. This is shout mode. So it's similar to the general green button. Here, I'll go into it. But what it's doing is just kind of throwing my voice farther. It's not actually making me louder, it's just making the distance go further. So say I have friends that are somewhere way ahead of me, they could hear me if I have that on. And then this blue is broadcast, and we tend to not work with that. That's like special circumstances, because right now if there are a bunch of people in this world with me, I'd be speaking in everybody's ear. And you just want to be mindful of that because it can get really loud and really annoying. After that, you go into contacts, which is this little envelope, and in search, you want to type in Nanotopia, look for me, and then add me as a contact. During a scheduled performance, you will receive an invitation from either Rix or myself, Nanotopia, and it will look like this. It'll say Symbio Dysbio, and you'll see a little join button. You want to click on that and it's going to bring you into the world. Next thing is settings. If you've entered Resonite and you're not seeing this green bar move, you're going to want to go into your audio settings. Again, under settings, this gear, audio input. This is your microphone. If you click on this, and also before I go ahead, if you hover over things, Resonite will explain to you like what these different areas, what they represent and what they'll do. So right now this is locked and I have a default set. I'll open this, click on configure preferred audio input devices, and it's going to open up this list of all these different microphones I work with off my PC. The most important one for me right now is my HMD microphone. that's the mic I'm going to want to use. That's the mic I recommend for you. And set it as default. Click on audio again and lock it down. And you might need to mess around a bit if you're not seeing this sound wave happening when you speak. Check out your audio devices and make sure your HMD is set up properly. I know that can vary if you're wearing a Quest. Sometimes the PC has switched settings, so you might want to look at your laptop or desktop microphone settings and make sure they're really pointing at the HMD as well. You just want to be mindful and not choose one that says loop back. Loop back will create audio feedback where anyone speaking to you, they're going to hear themselves speaking to themselves, and that is so disorienting and so weird. So just be mindful of that. Same thing applies with your audio output. You want to have your HMD headphones operating here. Unless you have, some kind of fancy custom headphones plugged into your HMD, Resonite should default technically. In best case scenario, when you come in, everything should just automatically work. But sometimes, maybe you have a separate mic setup or cameras or this or that on your desktop that Resonite for whatever reason, or Steam are setting those as default. So you just want to make sure this works, and make sure when you, like testing, that you're going to see this green bar moving. You have likely received an invite to join the Mycelium Network on Discord. Please do so. You're welcome to leave if you don't want to hang out after a show. No problem. But our tech team on our Mycelium Network server are there to help you if there's any glitches or anything. On the day of a performance, that's where we all are. And we're waiting for you, and we're so excited to have you come through the forest with us. May the spore be with you. And remember,
everything is connected.